I will jump straight into that. That means the first section, as I mentioned, is all about mindset, and we will go a little bit deeper. That means we will deep dive into your own unique authenticity and some of the many aspects of this theme we are looking to explore together are, for example, leveraging and tapping into characteristic of your own uniqueness, celebrating the capabilities of your authentic self, and what are your key skills or abilities, and understanding your brand identity and how you are showing up in the world and and in front of your clients, and who you think you are versus who others see you as. That's very important. And how much vulnerability and authenticity do you wish to show others? We will reflect on the importance of your life story and the role it has played in shaping you to date. Honor it and be proud of it, guys. Just really be happy who you are. We will go a little bit deeper and you will discover some nice things, I believe. These exercises are designed to help you get basically very clear on your identity and on yourself and who you are in your business. It will also give you some insights as to where you might be holding back or not yet be fully clear on order to articulate who you are or how you want to express your message, or any message that you want to share with the world, basically for to accelerate your personal development or business success. And there's a difference between desired results and actual results, and I would like to talk about that a little bit more because I believe it's very important. And basically this is happening when we are working in resistance, and it can be even worse in resistance. We are achieving very mediocre result when we are performing in resistance. What that means basically is that you're doing something you're resistant to, and how you can know or identify what is resistant is that you're experiencing negative emotions. That can be frustration, that can be fear, that can be anger, that can be irritation. And if you're doing things every day in those feelings, in resistance, is this showing that you're not aligned. And how aligned you are with your purpose will show up in your business, your health, your personal life, your relationships, everywhere. If you don't know what is your purpose, we will need to work on that, because purpose is your authenticity. And if you don't know what is your mission, it's another thing that you need to work on, because what is the result you want to experience? You need to know that. You need to ask yourself, and this is very important. This is a question that I would love you to ask yourself. What is the outcome I want to experience? And it's in any part of your life. It's just really think about that. What is the outcome I want to experience? What is the state of being I want to experience? And what am I getting instead? That's really, really important question, or I would say 3 questions. I will definitely share all of them with you guys, because there will be a few questions coming around, and I will put it into document that you can after that use as a homework. And you need to be aware of your true desire. And I don't know if you read some books, but a lot of books are also mentioning that everything starts with thought and with desire. That means if you don't desire anything, you're probably not going anywhere. Authentic expression is the whole point of being and living your reality. What you want to be, you're doing the things and taking the actions leading to who you want to be. And basically you need to ask, am I doing that? Am I doing and taking actions every day? They are leading me to the point of who I want to be and how I want to be. That's very important. I don't know, I hope you are understanding and getting it. I will just check if you have any comments. Hey Dave, good morning. Yeah, it's definitely discovering about authentic self. How aligned you are with your purpose will show up in areas of your life. Yes, thank you, Dave. That's so true. And I will just go a little bit, kind of, probably we should a little bit explain what is resistance, and how to be or how to don't work in resistance and instead being in ease in our life. That's very important. And we're teaching this in the course. We're going through a resistance exercise a lot deeper. This is definitely not the place and not enough time to explain that very deeply. But basically, you can imagine that we are working in fear. Like it can be fear of feeling not good enough, or any negative beliefs, anything that is stopping you from taking action. But you want to take an action, then think about that and be aware it's just a thought that is stopping you. That means we really, when we are in fear, we need to go back to that thought and think about that. Okay, that was just a thought. It's not real. The fear is there. It's not going to disappear, but it's not real because we're creating that with our thoughts. And next time, just recognize that that is just a thought, and it was not real. And we really don't want to spend that negative emotions around and feelings. We want to move ahead and we want to take action because the fear was stopping us. That means don't give the thought any value. Try to really think about that. It's just something that is passing around. We will talk about thoughts. I think it's day 4 or day 5. We will talk about thoughts a lot because they're just like a clouds. They're passing around. Don't put any value into that. Just say thank you and let them go. Because if people have a lot of negative emotions coming from the thoughts, they are not really serving us. We are not going to take any aligned action. And we really need to do things and move ahead if you want to achieve something. If you're able to observe, resist, and recognize it, that is actually the beginning of your growth. Remember, when you will be able to stop yourself when you're doing something and you're like, oh yeah, this is creating negative emotion, like this is making me frustrating, what it is, and think about and try to unpack the thought, what is actually giving you that negative emotion. uh, if you will be able to stop yourself and build up awareness about that resistance, you actually can become a master of resistance, and you can recognize this and diagnose that, and you will be able to actually make better decisions. Because when we are in resistance, we are disempowered. We are vibrating really low. You have a thought you're resistant to, and you react with negative emotions. That means, again, you can feel resentment, anger, as I said, frustration, fear, and this leads to misalignment choices and decisions because we have low mood, and that vibrations, we're connecting with different people as well. I was saying when I came here and I wasn't really happy. I didn't like to be in Perth, and I was attracting all depressed people and really sad people and people that were just complaining and whinging all the time. But I changed my thought around what I was experiencing and what I wanted to experience. And I was changing. I started to really work in resistance, but I started to basically work in ease. That means I really enjoyed the beach. I enjoyed the weather. I started to actually enjoy the business again. And I started to attract different people. And actually, I have great friends now. I have great people around myself and as well here in our Entrepreneurs Club. That means it's all changing and it's all depending on you, on your thought. And how do you know you are in resistance? If you are not taking aligned actions, that means that's when you actually are coming from negative emotions. And it's very important when you're making any decisions and you feel fear or anger or frustration or any of the negative emotions that I mentioned, please just don't do any decision. Just stop yourself, think about that. Where is that coming from? And just don't make any choices and wait. And just take a breath and wait. And calm yourself down and try to replace the negative emotions or thoughts with something positive. And you will see how your vibration or mood changes. It's very important. Are you taking consistent action every day towards the person results you want to achieve? Great, Dave. Yeah, that's very important. It's very important because we need to think about ourselves in the future, for example, or in 1 week or today, how I want to show up, who I actually want to be, how I want people to see me. Or it's very important because if you want to be that person that is just coming to the party, for example, and is just whinging and complaining about husband, or is complaining about the world and job or anything, and then people will know you as that person. But if you will come, for example, happy, and you will be asking questions, and you will actually talk beautiful way about your life and job, and don't take me wrong, if you don't like your job, probably it's time to change it. Or if you don't like your business, or you're not sure if your business is the right thing to do, that probably that is something that you should revisit and ask questions. And that's all about authenticity. That means in order to be authentic, you must ask yourself those questions, and I will share them definitely with you guys, but I will ask them now. If I had to do this over again, what would I not bother doing or starting again? Is this question for your life? I would say, because it's sounds like a simple question, but trust me, when you sit down and start to think about it, it's very deep question, and I really want you to take a breath, calm yourself down, sit down, and really spend time to answer all those questions really honestly, really, really honest. Be honest to yourself, because this is only one thing that you can do for yourself. And if this is a blank canvas, then try to just imagine that you're starting over, you're starting from beginning. There is nothing that you've done by now. You just new person. If this is a blank canvas, what in my life do I know not bother with? That's very important. That means what you will stop to do, what you will never do, or what you just don't think that's right you're doing, or what is that thing that you think that you don't need in your life. And what is the reason I'm doing this? Always ask yourself, when it's something that you think is not that important in your life that you do, what is the reason I'm doing this? It's a very important question, because you need to understand why you are doing things. And very important is, am I doing this just because I decided to do that in the past? And this is another great I would say topic or comparison with what we do. Sometimes I can explain that probably on something like, okay, I'm taking my kids to the kindergarten or school every day. I'm taking the same path, same road over and over again. And you're just using same turnings, you're just doing that because, I don't know, once first time somebody showed you that's the best way, or somebody, or you just did it first time and you just continue doing that because in past you started to drive this way. But you don't question that anymore. What if there is better road? What is there is shortcut? What if there is something, some maybe nicer road, maybe the road around the trees or beach? We are not questioning the things that we decided to do in the past. And sometimes we do things, we are driving somewhere, and we're driving there every Friday or Saturday because we decided to do that in the past. But just stop yourself there and think, what is there for you? What is in there for you? Or what, is that your priority to do it that way, or to do that thing that you just doing because you decided to do something in the past? This is very important, because sometimes we create some habit, maybe 20 years ago or 5 years ago, or when we were kids, we created habits that we just do things the same all the time, but we don't question it. And authenticity is all about questioning every action, everything what you do during the day. I'm not saying to become selfish. That means, you ask, what is that for me? Is that my priority? It's not about selfish. It's not about doing everything for yourself, but I'm just saying, question your action. That means everything what you do in the morning, when you're doing your coffee, breakfast, when you're doing something, when you're going for some networking events, or you're doing meetings, or you're doing some coffee catch-ups, or you do some work on your computer. Question every action. Just start to really question what you're doing that, why you're doing that, what is the reason behind. And the reason behind everything is so important in this topic. Now stop yourself and think, what is there for me? And is it my priority? And priorities, why I'm saying priorities, because priorities are ingredients in your life. It's like when you're cooking the food and you add all these small things and it tastes amazing at the end. What ingredients you're choosing, that life you're living. Remember that you need to change your priorities if you want to change your direction, or if you want to change anything in you. Conscious awareness, autopilot. Conscious awareness. It's probably, yeah, conscious awareness. I really agree with that, because it's definitely something that we run on autopilot, like Wendy said. That's great comment, Wendy. Thank you. Because it's just something that we doing. Like even your habits, like you waking up at 5, for example, and you do, like, I'm doing my yoga, I'm doing my reading, I'm doing my coffee, I'm doing a few different things in the morning. And but I was questioning that. Like I started to do different things, different rituals. I questioned them. Are they making me feel better? Are they making me more focused? I'm not touching my phone now first 2 hours in the morning because they always distract me. I really felt all around the place all day. And it's just because I had, I don't know, it's just like you said, setting up your brain. You're setting up your brain for distraction. And what do you do in the morning? That's how you set up all your day. That means that's another thing. I was questioning that for a really long time. I didn't know what kind of rituals will work for me. Anything what you do. Priorities, comment from Dave. Priorities are like ingredients in your life. Yeah, what ingredients are you choosing? Yes, thank you, Dave. I guess this is probably all because it's a lot of questions that I will send you, and I would like to think about authenticity and reflection on reflect on yourself. Just because it's all more about the business, we will talk about questions like how would you describe yourself first. That will be a big thing. And what is about you and your business that would make a client want to work with you over anyone else? That means we know, we already talked about that. It's clients are choosing emotions. Clients are choosing you. They're not choosing your offer or your products. It's really more about emotion and connection. That's why there will be a lot of marketing tools we will talk about. It's more about create that connection with your audience. Why should they not work with you? That's another great question that we will share with you. And it's really think about that. What is there? What is that? Maybe your limiting belief, or we will see what you will come up with. I think that will be interesting. And yeah, who do you want to be to your clients? That means really think about yourself as a person that you want to be, I don't know, knowledgeable, solution focused, or result focused, or passionate. What do you want them to see you for? That means you need to really think about that, who you want to become. And this is all authenticity exercise. And I can't wait to see some of your results, guys. I'm going to check some questions here. Question: what meaning or value are you assigning to the things you observe and experience? Yeah, that's really great question, Dave. That's really awesome question. You cannot control what others do. However, you can control of your thoughts and emotions you assign to them. Yes, exactly. That was, we will have a big topic about thoughts because that's big part of our Quantum Leap course. And it's so important to take control because there is only one thing that you can control in your life. And I always say that thoughts. Your thought, it's controlled by yourself. That means if you say like, oh yeah, I'm all this negative person, it's not you. You just start to believe in that thoughts that are coming into your mind. That means it's very important to really choose what we think, how we think. But let's go into that authentic exercise. Just really be authentic and answer your questions very honestly. And I will share the worksheet with you guys in next post. I will actually put some more questions there from what I was talking about in this video. And I will add questions like, where do you feel like you worry about what other might think or say? And what do you believe about being fully authentic to your audience? And how do you feel about who you want to be versus who you are currently showing up as? And I think these are very important because it's kind of like reflection on how we are now and where we want to be and how we want to show up. Maybe we can start to work on that and you can show up, different way, and you can be more authentic next, like tomorrow or today. Thank you very much for your attention, guys. Yeah, 22 minutes. Yes, I did it. I was trying to fit it into 20 minutes to don't take a lot of your time, but yeah, 22 today. Great. Have you mixed them? Mark, what do you mean? Is that question? Can you please let me know, because I can see how you mix them. Just to trying to understand. If not, I will just probably answer guys, after your thoughts depends on your language. Yeah, I know, Wendy, your language, I was hoping for some comments. Internal Q&A determines your thoughts. Yes, Wendy, this is exactly why I'm actually asking a lot of questions in every exercise, and there will be a lot of questions every day coming, because we believe exactly that your internal and your questions, your quality of the questions determines your thoughts and who you are, who you become. And we believe we need to ask a lot of questions and check your language, and you can change your thoughts. Yes. Yes, it's like a small things when we're using the words like, oh yeah, it's a horrible weather today. Or you can say like, it's a little bit of rain. Well, probably I'm not going for a run, but you know, we can change the language about everything, about everything what we do and what we see. That means language is very important part of Q&A and internal Q&A and our life. Yeah, the ingredients of Dave's priorities are, yeah, great. Yeah, Mark, yeah, exactly. That's what I said before, that basically priorities, when we cook or when we bake or we are doing any cake or something, that we know what ingredients we need to put in to have this most tasty cake. And I guess this is very important in life as well. And I believe that's maybe very good comparison, because what ingredients, then is what thoughts you're putting into your brain, into your life, what question you ask, what language you use, what beliefs you have. Those all things are important in your life. Thank you very much for your attention, guys.